What's going on, everybody? Kentucky Catman here, out on the Ohio River. A few stars in the sky, no full moon or anything like that, though. John Vincent, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Dobson, Jimmy, what's going on? The other night I went live on Facebook, sat on there for a while, and let me see if I can set this down. Okay, there we go. Didn't get any bites or anything. I mean, it wasn't 15 minutes after I hung it up. I got hooked into 26.9. Hooked into that thing. It was down there. This boat ramp has got a skim of algae about 3 foot from the water. My feet hit that, and man, their feet went out from under me. Maurice Casey, what's going on? Jonathan Bevins. But landed flat on my back. Luckily, I held on to the rod and got him in. He was 26.9 pounds. That was in the net. The net probably weighs about 2, so he's probably 24.9, right at 25 pounds, is what I'm going to call him. Scotty Hill, I'm back out on the river, baby. Going to try to catch another one. Been here for, let's see, I don't even know what time it is now. Can't tell on my phone. Probably about 10 o'clock Eastern time, or Central. Got my first line and everything all casted out at 9:45, so they've been out about 10-15 minutes. But just figured I'd bring y'all along, see if we can't catch a fish. Let everybody chit-chat amongst themselves. Y'all share this if you can on different things, see if we can get some more people in here. Show you something I ain't ever seen, if I can find it here. Now, don't get me wrong, it don't matter what you buy. Gamakatsu, Team Catfish. Yes, I love it when my rod bends, Scotty. But look at that hook. That is a number 7 Reaper. And that 26 pounder straightened it out. The gap's usually not that big. Turned it into a J hook. And that was out of a new package that I just gotten. So it might be something in that run of hooks, or maybe just this bad piece of metal in this bunch. I ain't ever had that problem with hookers hooks. But I tell you what, boy, that sucker right there, it's still razor sharp. I mean, but it's time to change it out anyway. Thought I got a hit, but it's flashing light across the river. Well, I did get hung up earlier on some riprap out there, and may have just not noticed it then when I went to pull it loose. So I can't say I can't say it is the hook. I can't say it ain't. I mean, that spool of line, it could have had a kink or something. Didn't get good heat treat. There's all kinds of different things. Dexter Tang, welcome, buddy. I ain't seen you in a while. How's life in Malaysia? Scotty, them little skips are out here. I mean, they're jumping everywhere. I didn't get a chance to get me a skipjack rod set up. White Ninja, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a while. Send me a watch, Dexter. Some of you know about it, some of you don't. But all you need to know is God is great, and He'll do what has to be done. So just keep them in your prayers. I've got one. I can't get a rod holder in the ground. It's probably 15 yards over to my right. But I got the clicker on it. So I'm waiting to hear that sunbuck go here in a minute. Because those Okuma clickers, they're loud. Not yet, Ninja. I've only been here for about 15, 20 minutes. What time is it? Eastern time, Central time, I don't care. And Dobson, if K&B Anglers comes in here, I will not let him time you out. Which I don't see wrenches on here because I'm using that Streamlabs because I don't have the 1,000 subs. So I don't even know who's got a wrench and who don't. It's 11 o'clock y'all's time, so it's 10 o'clock mine. Yeah, I've been out here the rod's been in the water about 10 minutes, 15 at the most. That's the greatest thing about my girlfriend. She's not I'm more clingy than she is. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I come up here and she's like, "Hey, go fishing. I'll see you later." That way she can do her Facebook and all her phone stuff without being bugged. But she's got 3 kids at the house with her too, so she don't need a 4th one tonight. Sometimes she has 4, and if I'm there, it's 5. I didn't know if anybody in here had wrenches or not. I was thinking you did, Justin. So, but if we get a troll in here, don't kick him out until I tell you to. I like having fun with them. I think Scotty Hill's got one too. What was it, Saturday night I was up here? Sunday? And I seen the dang brightest shooting star. This meteorite, because it was falling apart, had a tail a mile long shooting across the sky. But I haven't seen one like that, I bet 15 years. It was awesome. I need 86, 85 to reach the 1,000 sub mark. I could probably go into some of these sharing sub things, but I don't get into that. I want somebody to come in because they enjoy either sitting here listening to me BS about all this stuff or learn something. Or if I'm doing something on camera, they teach me, nope, that's wrong, try it like this. I'm willing to try anything. Patriot, I'm throwing garlic chicken. It's just a chicken breast cut up with garlic powder put on it. It's quick, easy, cheap bait. And it's been working here lately. Hell, Joe Jelson, he uses that garlic, or he just uses plain chicken and catches monsters on it. I made it a point tonight to extend my net out to its full, I think 10 foot stretched out all the way from tip to tip. So I don't have to get down there on that algae tonight. I'm hoping to wear the bottom of that net out today. Yeah, that's what I used to use, and somebody told me about this garlic chicken. Matter of fact, it was Richard Warskow at Team Keeping It Real. He doesn't use it very often, but he said he'd heard from a bunch of people that he knew that it worked. And the first time I ever tried it was on the Ohio, and I caught 7 nice channels, all 5 to 10 pounds. Yeah, I mean, they were burning it up that night. Water was coming up pretty high in the river, though. I caught it on an uprise. It's came up a little bit since Saturday here, probably about 6 to 8 inches. But I've got 2 of them on Kentucky rigs, one on just a standard Carolina rig. See what happens. If they hit that Carolina rig again tonight, I'm taking the weights off of the Kentucky rig and putting sliders back on it like I always used. And I'll tell you something else, Dobson, get you some Bar S hot dogs, Bar S Franks, whatever. They're the cheapest hot dog you can get. They're like 89 cents a pack. And I'll take cherry Kool-Aid and cut them up into about 1-inch pieces and put them in a Ziploc bag and just sprinkle the cherry Kool-Aid down there on them and let them sit out in the sun for about 2 or 3 hours. And man, that's awesome channel cat bait. I haven't caught any shovel heads yet on this chicken. It's all been blues and channels. But, man, I know there's this flathead out here. It's too rocky for it to not be. Yeah, you got to use an extremely sharp knife to cut those hot dogs. That skin's tough. If you use a dull one, it'll slip and you end up cutting your hand off. Oh, somebody just left the string. Goodbye. I'm going to get some of that yum crawfish scent, Justin. Let's see, you fish rivers or lakes? Oh, Dobson, do you? I'll go up here and get some pizza and put on here. See how they like that. I'd catch just a bunch of small fish and teenage catfish. And I did about 15 miles downriver at a boat ramp on the Kentucky side. Me and some buddies one night, we was out drinking and we pulled up to the boat ramp at a local convenience store there after midnight. We went in there and bought a whole sack of chicken for like $1 because they were getting ready to throw it out anyway. We went down that boat ramp and I had a rod in the back of the truck. And I put a whole chicken leg on that rod and threw it out. And I tell you what, I bet it wasn't 20 minutes. That thing bent over and just drag started screaming. And it ended up breaking that 60-pound mono that I had on that one. You couldn't throw it out very far because the mono was so thick. That was back before everybody knew about the braid and stuff. Hell, that's been 92. Right now I'm smoking a banana muffin flavored. It's a lot of banana in it. It's called Legends. I like buying it because I think 10% of the sales goes to help disabled veterans. It's a disabled vet that owns the company that makes it, and he donates a big part of his profits to like wounded warriors and stuff. So Dobson, I tell you right now, I'm not using pork chops for bait. I am a fat kid. I love pork chops, and I ain't wasting them on no catfish. Yeah, I know, Ninja. You need to get that set up before wintertime. Or get it set up early spring before they go on to spawn. And if I get a bite, I'm not going to have time to get the camera and all that stuff turned around, because I've got it jerry rigged up here now with a headlight pointing at me and all that. But as soon as I get it in, you'll get to see it. Let's see, Patriots left. Look here, KB Anglers come in. Whoop, whoop. Hopefully we'll get on one here in a minute, Kevin. Somebody throw me a time up there. Really? I've been on for about 17 minutes and 30 seconds. I figured you sitting there in your chair falling asleep, Patriot. 11:13. All right. So now I can just add 10 to the time on mine. I'll be 4 minutes fast, but at least I know what time it is. Got another barge coming through. Everybody knock on some wood and stuff. I don't have none around me. Need a barge bite here. Rod Markins, what's going on, buddy? We're out here on the mighty Ohio River in Troy, Indiana. I'm on which would put me on the western side of the Cannleton Locks and Dam, where damn hoop netters are pretty prevalent. You get up by the dam, which is about 10 miles upriver, and out in them shallow flats, I bet there's probably 4 or 5 hoop nets sitting out there, and somebody hadn't pulled them up and cut them up and drug them out. Yeah, Patriot, I told you before, get you one of those, go to Walmart and get you one of them great big bottles of pickles, pull all the pickles out, throw them away, and pour that pickle juice into a little container in your refrigerator where you can just get you about a half cup full every time you get them cramps. It'll stop them quick. Me and Bottom Dollar Outdoors, we did a little show last night for about an hour and a half. I finally figured out how to get in on the StreamYards. I got to be on my computer. You can't do it on a phone. At least not an iPhone. But yeah, I mean, I guess you could save the pickles and make potato salad or something. I don't like dill pickles that much. I don't even eat them on my hamburger. I like it in potato salad sometimes, but it's just the pickle juice itself. I mean, it gets rid of the cramps. Man, I need to get me a skipjack rod fixed up, something fierce. Do you have neuropathy, James? Neuropathy and RLS, that's a bad combo right there. What's that, Justin? Where I've got all the rods up there? Well, I've got one in here, but it was an old spinning reel and the line is messed up on it, and I forgot to change it out. I usually keep one in here, and I've just forgot to replace the line or replace the rod, one of the two, with some of the others I've got. There's a big old barge too going by. I know that's painful. I didn't destroy mine, but I've hurt the L1 and 2. You get that sciatica going all the way down your leg into your nerve or into your knee. That shit ain't no fun. Yeah, Rod, the apple cider vinegar, you take that with some honey and some cinnamon. That'll cure just about anything that ails you. But there ain't nothing going to take care of that nerve pain. Except like cortisone shots and stuff like that, just deaden the nerves in that area. I'm wanting to get a camper trailer for this truck, Justin. That way I can put racks on the top and put all my rods up there and be able to put like a mattress or something in it for like the Mad Jacks tournament and stuff that are all out during the summer. You know, you just crawl up in the back of it. You ain't got to pay for no hotel room or nothing. Got a Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum beside you, so anything that bothers you in there, you're good. Yeah, he's on the other side of the river, Kevin. He's probably about 200 yards out. I hope it does, Kevin. I hope it does. I'm out in about probably 25 to 30 foot of water. You can tell it's deep where I'm casting out there. EC96. I don't guess I've seen that one. I tell you one I'm wanting to get. And people think, why in the heck you want a 22? Well, 22 Magnum's deadly, let me tell you. And that Kel-Tec PMC 30 rounds of 22 Magnum. I wouldn't be afraid of anything short of a grizzly bear. I've always liked Ruger revolvers. I've never cared much for their semi-autos. I had a SR, I think it's the SR9, the old Rugers, kind of boxy, you know, and that thing would jam up all the time. I'm sure the newer ones that they come out with now, the hell, that's 30 years ago. But the newer ones are probably better, have better tolerances and stuff like that. The Taurus revolver, is it the Ultra Carry, the Ultralight? Or no, 380, that's semi-auto. It's a little semi-auto. Yeah, White Ninja, they frown on him pulling it out because every time he does with his mental problems, he thinks he's Moses and he's going to split a lake or river in two, and then he gets mad and starts hitting people with it. How many pound thrust is your trolling motor, Jimmy? Is it 24 or 36 volt? Oh, okay. If you know anybody looking for a good iPilot, Minn Kota Tarova, 80 pound thrust, 24 volt. It's got the GPS setting thing that you mount on the boat. As long as you got a Humminbird depth finder, you can hook it into it and plot the course that you want that thing to run you and just sit back and you ain't got to touch nothing. And that spot lock, boy, let me tell you, is the nicest thing. But it's a Minn Kota Tarova. It's got the iPilot and everything. And he's got the Humminbird Helix 10 depth finder to go with it. But it doesn't have side imaging or down imaging. I'd like to have one of the little Derringers just to keep in my pocket, especially now that in Kentucky you don't have to have a concealed carry permit or anything. You can pack it on your hip, pack it in your pocket, in your boot, anywhere you want in your car. And Patriot, tell him to get hold of me. You got my number, give him my number if he's interested. I think he wants $3,000 for the whole setup. The Tarova, I think he gave $2,200 for it and $900 for the Helix 10, and it's only been used for about maybe 4.5 to 6 hours. See you, Rod. Thanks for joining us. Let's see how much weight. Oh, right now I'm fishing with six ounces on everything. If we get a bunch of rain up north coming down river and the current picks up, hell, I've thrown up to 12 ounces. Have a good one, Rod. We can work out something with him. Jimmy, tell him, you know, shipping and everything, figure out how much it costs. But I mean, it's like I said, it's basically brand new setup. It's got the iPilot leak up with the Humminbird and everything. It's a good one. The Helix 10's good for mapping and charting your waters. The sonar is awesome on it, but it just don't have the down image or the side imaging. He thought that's the button he hit when he bought it, and it wasn't. And the one with side imaging and down imaging was $2,200 versus the $1,000 for the sonar. Norman Edwards, best rod and reel. What's your budget? That's what it all boils down to. Yep, the 6500 C3 is a awesome reel. I can't take anything away from them other than they're expensive. You're looking at a C3 base price is $119.99 plus tax. If you got $200 to spend, I would buy I would buy the Muddy River Blue Cat rod, 7 foot 6 inch rod, and the Abu Garcia 6500 C3. Don't buy the S series, whatever you do. They're made in Japan and they suck. But if you buy the C3 made in Switzerland, it's a good one. But I prefer the Muddy River rods. I've got Big Cat Fever rods. I love them too. They're the same price. But if I was going to tell you to buy a rod, it would be the Muddy River Blue Cat rod with the Abu 6500 C3. Now, if you want to save some money, you can knock about $60 off the reel and buy the Luz LX60 laser. Looks just like the Abus. It casts just as smooth, but it's $60 versus $120. Yeah, I've got Okumas and the Luz on mine. Now the fishing app says that they're supposed to be hitting hard right about right now. All the lunar tables and stuff. I didn't bring my watch with me tonight. It's at home on the headboard. Yeah, I see Justin there. He says he's an Abu and pin guy. And guys that use pins are gay anyway. Norman, where you at? Where you located at? $11:30. Thank you, Ninja. Tulsa, Oklahoma. You just have to go to one of your local bait shops and ask them if they can get the Luz LX60 reel. Or you can go online on Amazon and buy them. If you got Prime, you get free overnight shipping and all that. Y'all hold on just a second. I'm going to get a jacket. Temperature's dropping. And I'm on blood thinner, so. Just talk amongst yourself for a minute. Now then. See, I love my nightsticks. Yep, those are pretty decent rods for the money. Yes, Kevin, it says, I looked them up earlier, they are Swedish. Not a problem, buddy. That's what we're all here for. Help each other grow and expand the sport of catfishing. Yeah, the Abu made in Japan sucks. Y'all look at this right here. Got new batteries in the scale tonight. I ain't having the same problems I had last night. Oh, gosh. I haven't owned but 2 Abu Garcia reels. One's not even mine, it's K-Bug's. And I was thinking about buying the Cast King Rover, but I've seen too many bad reviews on it. The Luz, there was a couple of bad reviews, but I mean, you're gonna have bad reviews on anything. But I know my buddy Chris Flores, he likes the Pissy Fun reels, and I haven't seen nothing really good about them. Now the Cast King, Quentin did a thing the other day, and he said they do have a good one, but it's the same price as the Abus. It's $120. Yeah, Norman, the Bass Pro Cat Max reel is absolute junk. Got a buddy that lives down at Kentucky Lake. He bought one, hooked into a nice fish, it stripped the gears out, sent it back to him. They sent him a brand new one. Hadn't had it out of the box for like a couple trips. Stripped the reels out on, or the gears out on it, and he's sending it back, getting a new one. He's gonna give it away. You got that right, Dobson. If it's not made in Sweden, it's not a true Abu. Yeah, you can go to pawn shops and get Abus because they work, and people, they know they can get their money back when they take them in on pawn. People's hurting for money and they've got Abu setups. You know you can get some money out of it. Or if you go in with an Akuma, they're going to look at you and laugh and say, you need to leave. Steve Douglas, I know him personally and fished with him a couple times and go to his Mad Jacks tournament every year. He gets all his Cat Max for free. If they mess up, he's probably got 20 or 30 new ones in boxes, I bet. He's sponsored by them and everything else. I mean, if Cast King or Luz or Akuma, Pissy Fun, if you want to sponsor me and send me reels every time one messes up, I'll take it. I'll use it. And And say they're good, you know, they're good reels. I ain't gonna tell you they're great reels because I ain't gonna lie to you, but they're all good reels. The real Abu Garcia has a logo on the side of it that is soldered onto it. It's raised pewter logo on the side. The fake ones has just got a Patriot was talking about a while ago about the teeth breaking off, is that S series. They suck. I tell you what I'm gonna do. Let's throw a bobber out and see what happens. I ain't gonna throw it out very far, just right out here at the edge, about 6 foot deep. Get this thing set up here, get it out there. That's about 4 foot. We'll throw a piece of chicken on this sucker and throw it out there and see what happens.
You almost got your peppers tucked on.
Justin.
Hell no, Jim's live on YouTube right now, brother. Fishing.
So you say, Justin, tell him I'm fishing. All right. There it is. Garlic chicken. Bobber. About 4.5 foot deep. We're going to throw it out here and see what happens.
This could be bad. You're live with us on speaker.
I don't care. Hell, I can still see my bobber and I ain't even got a light on it. Until I sit down here in this light.
I sure thought you had a pimp on.
Nope. Feeling I'm fishing. I ain't got time for all that real life work shit this week. The thing I hate about Streamlabs, you can't see how many likes you get or anything like that. Norman Edwards. My PB flathead is 68 pounds. My PB blue is 64.8 pounds, which I caught live on YouTube back last October. So it's coming up on a 1 year mark since I caught that one. And let's see, my PB channel cat is right at about 20 pounds. And my PB bullhead is 3.9 pounds. Get you a Gatorade bottle, Justin. Sit beside the bed. And you don't have to get up. Or hell, your wife's a nurse. Have her bring home one of them urinals. And you don't ever have to get up. But just don't spill it on the carpet. KB's 31 blue, 23 flat, 3-pound channel, 3-pound bullhead. That's a big bullhead there, Kevin. The state record here is 5 pounds 2 ounces. And I'm hoping to God I catch one 5 pounds 3 ounces on my big cat fever rod, because I'm gonna turn it in and get that $10,000. It's a catfish, and it's a state record. Yeah, I forgot about that, Justin. You're the only person I know of that's beat me on the flathead that I know personally. The other night when I was here, it was 2 hours before I got a bite. I got my first bite about an hour and 15 minutes after I was here. I'm gonna let y'all talk amongst yourself. I'm gonna reel these in and cast them back out in different spots. See if I can't get out a little bit further. Oh, Pop. You got that shit right there, Kevin. You can catch the eater channels like nobody's business. I can still talk, y'all just can't see me. But right now you just have to call me the Magic Man. Now you see me, now you don't. Feeling drag. I know you're listening. You'd be proud of that cast, son. That sucker's out there, and it's deep too. All right, let's send this one out there.
Damn, just hit another damn armadillo.
You're gonna end up totaling that charger out hitting armadillos. One more to reel in and cast out, and I'll be right back with y'all. Alright, I'm coming back. Hope I didn't bore too many people with that one. Had to get out there in the depths among the monsters. I'm here northwest. Had to poop, yeah, no. Scotty Hill. But no, I was casting all these lines back out, moving them around a little bit. They're out there now, though. Yes, sir, Norman. If you catch a state record and you've got a big cat fever rod and you got it on video, $10,000. And if you're wearing a big cat fever hat or shirt, you get an additional $5,000 on top of it. How'd you lose your shirt, Scotty? Oh, Justin's on the bowel movements tonight. I'll move this light for a second. All right, I'm looking here. My bobber is going up river. Wait a little bit more and see. Tighten the line up a little bit. And go from there. Look at that one's right here. Nothing yet, Maurice. Peeling hit an armadillo on his way home from work. It's in kind of shallow, so it might be gar out there. Well, it's guaranteed to lose that gut. Them blue waffles out there. Maurice, I forgot to call you the other day. You know how it is, life gets going. And one thing leads to another. White Castle and Budweiser. There, White Castle and Miller High Life. Let's see, what time is it? 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock for most of y'all on the East Coast. Norman, I use a 80-pound braid main line down to a 200-pound barrel swivel. I use a rig wrap easy sinker slide with a 6-ounce flat bank sinker. And then I use Omniflex mono from Walmart, $1.50 a spool for my leaders, 50-pound test. And then I run a number 7, anywhere from 7 to 10-aught Hooker's Terminal Tackle reapers. I like Mad Catters too. Good, I just got them suckers thrown way out there, and here comes a barge. I cast that blue cat rod with the Lew's LX60 on it. I didn't think it was ever going to hit the water. I can handle the part about Amy, Kevin, but not yours. Now, this is a big old barge here, son. I mean, big. Pop says mono. Hell, he's still using a bag phone as old as he is. He don't want to go to that new technology. I bet this thing's 8 barges long in the tug. Yeah, little bitty ones that mono will handle. 5-10 pounds. You crazy, William. You come down here to Kentucky one day, I'll take you out and let you use my stuff with this braid. You'll love it. I'll transform you in a heartbeat. It's okay to be a closet braid lover, but I'll bring you out. Only time I get Andes is when I go to the Olive Garden to eat and they bring me out them little Andes candies, mints, when they pay the check. Yes, sir, I'll be at the Catfish Conference this year. Hold on, I think I'm getting hit on that bob right there. She's a dancing around, but ain't going under yet. I bet this barge going past right now is over 100 yards long. Well over 100 yards. This little light here, boy, it's bright. Scotty Hill give me this. It may be at Lake Wiley there, Patriot, but when you're down here in Ohio and these rivers with 6 to 8 mile-an-hour currents, you got to have something that they can get them in, pull them in faster so they don't get tangled up. I'm hoping, Pop. I'm hoping. Yeah, if you got ceramic eyes, William, it'll cut through those ceramic eyes, no problem. All my rods have stainless eyes on them. I think somebody been back there in the I don't remember, Kevin. I don't remember putting on mono for you. Oh, that braid's 80 pounds, same as I've got. Either 80 or 65. It's whatever they had at Academy. It's the Pro Cat line. Well, it's not that I have a problem with mono, but since I've started using bait casters, I backlash a lot with mono, where I haven't, knock on wood, I haven't backlashed bad with braid at all. Gotta get some more fluid out the truck. All right, I'm back. I don't want to burn this coil up. Go pee, Justin. £40 big game. It's exactly what I use, Kevin. Omniflex 50-pound braid, or 50-pound mono for my leader. And boy, that stuff can take a beating. All right, now, William, now we're getting into the fishing stories. Thought I heard a click. Maybe not. Well, good news and bad news. I have a interview tomorrow to go to work in a doctor's office and try to get my nursing license back, or get them. Take the boards again. And I figured if I can get into the doctor's office and work, it'll help me with my drugs and stuff like that. And bad thing is, it'll be Monday through Friday, 40 hours a week. It's going to cut in a lot of my fishing and hunting time. Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. I've got to wrap it around my rails 2 or 3 times to get it to break. Peel and drag, braid, braid, braid. Always knew I did drugs. Yep, I'm big into the drug market. Look for lorazepam, lisinopril, carvedilol, Coreg, aspirin 81 milligram. Dana, how you doing, dear? Keeping Papa in line? See, that's one thing right there I cannot understand for the life of me, is why somebody uses a bigger leader than they do the main line. And it doesn't make a lick of sense whatsoever. And that's why I use 80-pound test braid, because that's got my sinker slides and my sinker and everything on it. If I'm going to lose anything, I'm just losing a hook. That's it. I ain't losing my sinker slides, my swivels, and weight and all that. Yeah, I mean, I get the abrasion resistance, but still, if you get hung up, you're losing everything you've got, because the smaller line's going to break before the leader does. And then, oh shit, fish on! Oh hell, take it, buddy. He hit the hell out of that. I'm gonna have to get this other line out of my way so I can get up faster. Boy, he just knocked the piss out of that line. I bet he took all my bait too. That's the only bad thing about using that chicken, it comes off easy. I'm sitting here looking at y'all and I hear, I look up and that freaking rod is bent. All right, we're gonna check this line. Yeah, all my bait's gone. There's a new piece of chicken there, big old piece. Damn it, boy. That would have probably been a good one. Now, if I get a hit on this again and miss a fish, I'm changing that hook. Well, it ain't still. I mean, he hit hard, man. That rod that's a flathead rod, and it was bent over. I think it's got a 10-aught Team Catfish hook on it, and I thought I would try it. I may make up another leader here in a second and put me another Reaper on there. They got a wider gap on them than that 10-aught Team Catfish. You ain't got no more rock than here. I mean, this is riprap out here, probably 100 yards out. I mean, it's just nothing but rock out here. And a sandstone bottom. Let's see what time is it. 11:15. There it is. That was a good fish. I know it was. Yeah, I like Gamakatsu, but all my Reapers and stuff, I think except maybe 2 packages were given to me. Yeah, but lead's too damn expensive to lose it. Mustad, mustad, mustad. See you, Patriot. Take care, buddy. Now's the time. Now's when it says the peak bite time is. So maybe that'll be a sign right there that's going to pick up tonight. All right, so I know where Twerking Monkey is. I know where Dana's at. I know where Maurice and Justin are. Dobson, where are you located? I think Norman said he's in Missouri. Ohio. Man, that makes me mad. Makes me think it's that damn Team Catfish hook too. Because the gap in it is, hell, it's, where's the camera at? Right there. It's like that. I mean, there ain't hardly any gap in that thing at all. I see a collab going on there between Dobson and the Fishing Fetish. William, I tell you right now, if you go fishing with old Justin there, make sure you keep your bait and everything up about the tailgate level. Don't bend over in front of him. Oh! Come off.
You're so funny, Jim. You're a dick.
I missed him. He had the leader was all tangled up.
I heard the clicker on that one. What the hell happened?
I just got over it too late. All right, let's get it out there and set it up again. All right, that's 2 decent bites in just a few minutes. I don't know what happened on that one. No, different rod there. That was a Reaper on it. But there's circle hooks, and I had the clicker on, so he's just running with it, no pressure. And as soon as I put the drive on it, as soon as I put the engagement on it, it just came right out of his mouth. If I'd had it set up on a rod holder, I would have had that fish. I may see if I can get a rod holder in over there. Y'all talk amongst yourselves for a second. because I've got one rod holder that's rebarred, a 2-pound sledgehammer. All right, won't have to worry about that again. 2-pound sledge, drive any rod holder in the ground. Coach CJ fishing in the Ohio, little town called Troy, Indiana. And I've gotten 2 good bites in the last, 10 minutes? I like the ones Chunky's got. Coach CJ, I live in Owensboro. My girlfriend lives over here in Indiana. But the ones Chunky Cat's got, Justin's Fishing Fetish has got something like that. And those things are just too damn heavy to pack around, especially when you bank fish on the Ohio River. And it ain't like where you can just pull up unless you're at a boat dock like this. But then there's really no place to put your rod holders because everything's all rock and concrete. And battery's getting low. Give it a few more minutes here, and I'm gonna have to end this. Since that fateful day, July 12th last year, I don't like not having a phone available. I guess you could say I'm a zombie because I was dead for 45 minutes. For y'all that might not know, like Dobson and Coach CJ had a heart attack in I don't know if it's charged or not, Kevin. Let me see if got any charge on it. All right, let's see if it's got any juice in this charger. Can't tell. All right, Justin, have a good one, brother. Leave your Zillow on. If I get on a big one, I'll holler at you. So. Yeah, I was feeling real bad, CJ. I had a Widowmaker heart attack on the Ohio River out in a boat. So, well, I've been on for an hour and 35 minutes. I'm gonna cut it short, put this thing on the charger in the truck for a little bit. And if you're still up and awake and I get on some and I can go live, I'm gonna do it. But until next time, I'm Jim, Kentucky Catman Clark, and I'll catch you on the next cast. Y'all have a good one.